Welcome back, listeners, to the Wins and Losses podcast. What a week it has been. We're super excited to get back to football. The only bad part is there is no Michigan football this weekend.
No Michigan this weekend. Kind of a bummer, but boy, I tell you what, they make up for it by we have a big slate of games, including Oregon at Penn State for the whiteout game. We got Bama, Georgia, night. Going to be rocking down there in Athens. We got Ole Miss hosting LSU in the Grove. That one's a 3:30 game.
I think football is officially starting this week.
Yes,
it is an intense week with a lot of things. Let's find out about some teams this
I know
weekend.
we're going to talk a lot here, but I view quite a few upsets, and some of you might agree and some of you might not. But
The upset picker this week, huh? Possibly.
This week is going to
But I did win the picks last week.
He did.
Did you see that? We forgot my bling bling to show that I won. Of course, when Joey wins, he's get the bling bling, but I guess
we'll have the bling bling out on Monday.
I guess my win wasn't important enough. I
don't know. We'll have the bling. We'll have the buffs. We'll have the
buffs next week. We'll see if I can continue my streak. You always had a good 2 weeks in a row, really, with picks. So
we'll see. This is a big week. Big week in college.
Yeah, another big topic before we get into the college football is Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup's always a fun week when it's the Europeans versus the USA.
All you golf lovers out there know me and Evan love ourselves some golf. I tell you, this is a huge golf weekend. It's going to be pretty dramatic. There's high stakes between the Americans and the Europeans.
I think eventually we're going to have a podcast about how golf is really played.
We have our own kind
of how
set
we play.
Rules.
Yes.
We're talking about putting it on some sort of digital format and putting it out there. Most of you golfers will like it. It's very forgiving.
Could be a new league coming up. I don't know. I don't know if it'll hook or hold with other people or not, but it's a fun way.
Our scoring system is awesome. We're almost scratch golfers.
Yes. I love my score usually when we play by those rules. So, but that's for another podcast. Yeah, we'll have an update about how the U.S. and European end on Monday.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, some big breaking news that's really kind of affecting college football. I think the biggest thing is Oklahoma.
I tell you, the whole state of Oklahoma. Ain't no love in Oklahoma, according to Luke Combs.
Yeah.
Between the Sooners and John Mateer going out with.
And you were talking on Monday's podcast that Oklahoma. How about Oklahoma is the team to beat because they're gonna. Why is their schedule tough? Everyone's got to come play them. But man, this is devastating. I feel like for that team.
This shakes up that team, especially with the brutal schedule they have coming up. They have Texas coming up. They're going to have Tennessee coming up. I think they have LSU coming up. So it's going to be tough for the Sooners to maintain that perfect record. And realistically, it kind of hurts Michigan a little bit too because we want Oklahoma to keep winning because it makes our loss look that much bigger. But yeah, no, it's actually Mateer underwent surgery this morning and actually was successful. So they're looking in 4 weeks he could be back.
Oh, that'd be nice.
It's going to be interesting to see what Venables wants to do. If he holds them out and they lose 2 of the next 3, they're talking about they might just sit him out and redshirt him the rest of the season and ride next year out as the year for Oklahoma. Because, with 3 losses, you're kind of out of the mix.
Yeah, if you're 3 losses,
you're not going to make them. So why eat up his eligibility? So that'll be interesting to see how Oklahoma handles that. And then with Oklahoma State, I know Mike Gundy got the axe after 21 years. The
winningest coach at OSU.
Winningest coach, I tell you, it was understood. I think nobody's questioning why. I just think how it probably could have waited to the end of the season before.
What does it change at this point, right?
He's a beloved.
He's been there forever. He's been there 21 years. Kind of do him dirty a little bit.
He's a beloved son, man. Yeah. He's a grad. He's a player. He's alumnus. He has dedicated his life. He's dedicated over 30 years to Oklahoma State. He's a true Cowboy. He's a man. He's 40.
Yeah, give it to him.
But still, to go out like that was kind of disappointing for Gundy. But
a lot of highlight reels on the press.
According to him, I don't think he's done. He might turn up somewhere else. I know some job openings that might open up would be Wisconsin.
Well, he can coach. It just depends on. It could be a money. It really could be a money thing there. Maybe they just don't have the money to compete, and that's what the world is right now.
I look at Wisconsin. I look at Florida. Possibly Clemson. Jobs that could be opening up by the end of the year. Those are teams in real trouble this year, along with UCLA and Virginia Tech that are currently open.
Yeah.
There are some possibilities for Gundy to bounce back, but he's kind of a true Oklahoma guy. I could see him turning up with a lower level, like a Tulsa or something in that area.
I really hope that just when you think about coaches, you talked about Sweeney or Dabo. Yeah, Dabo Sweeney.
Dabo, yeah.
I heard his press conference this week. and how he talked about his team. And you just root for a guy like that. He just talked about, no one's feeling great. Everyone had expectations, even our team, that we want to win the national championship. And I think right now we feel like that's not going to happen. But now, like what he just kept saying, we're going to show up. They respond, and hopefully this is a journey, and we can make it as successful as we can going out. I hope they can. Hope he can figure something out, because I just love how Dabo talks about his team and the character of the team, and hopefully they can turn it around.
Dabo is a fantastic coach with a couple of national championships to back it up. He is a great coach, and there's no doubt about it. I think his downfall, Dabo's downfall, if he has any, because he's a fantastic coach, a great speaker, a great motivator, is his defiance to change.
Yeah.
He refuses to use that transfer portal, refuses to kind of use the pay for play. He wants to recruit and develop, which I respect.
Which is great. I think most of your roster should be that.
Yeah, I respect that 100%. But in today's day and age of college football, if you can't go out there and literally handpick certain
just plug some holes, you know what I mean? It's not. Sure. It doesn't have to be your whole team. Just plug some holes where.
I mean, you could use it like Deion Sanders or Mel Tucker when he was at Michigan State and literally overhaul your team. Yeah. Or you could fill some holes like Michigan,
Michigan's not overhauling their team.
Oh, no. They mostly recruit.
Like a lot of those big schools,
but
Alabama.
They need help at linebacker, so they go and pluck a linebacker. Need help on the line and pluck help on the line. So no, I think that's the appropriate way to use it. I mean, they needed help at quarterback. They got the man.
Yeah.
So no, I think if Dabo kind of uses that to his advantage, I think he'll be fine. Until he does, I question Clemson. I don't know what's going to happen if they're going to fall into the abyss. Luckily, they're in the ACC, so really between them, Florida State, and Miami.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you kind of can feel like with Gundy and Sweeney, I feel like I think Gundy had some at odds with his administration, probably about paying, hey, I need more money. And it could have come down to Sweeney, too, with his administration. They probably might be saying, hey, like, we need you to, like, try to go out in this portal and try to open up. Let's pay some money. And if you're at odds with each other, maybe sometimes it's just best to go your separate ways and try to find something else, right? I think that's kind of what happened here.
No, I agree. Well, that's the unfortunate, business of college football. Yeah. Now let's talk about some games.
Yes.
I'm talking about some games.
We're going to learn about a lot of teams this week.
Yes, we are.
I feel like Oregon and Penn State really haven't played anybody yet. Any tough opponents, I mean, they've done what they've had to do. They've killed teams. They've done a great job. But this is my question. Is Penn State for real? That's what we're going to find out, Joey.
I got a 2-letter answer for you.
I know what he's going to say.
N-O. I think Penn State is going to get boat raced. And
do you? At Penn State?
Penn State in a while. I think Dan Lanning is going to have lots to prove. And if anybody can put the dogs on somebody, Dan Lanning will run that up.
So Moore is going to, after coming out of this game, he's going to be the Heisman favorite? Is that kind of what we're hearing?
I think is going to come out of this the Heisman favorite. I think Oregon is going to flex and really come out as the team to beat in college.
So they might be the number one team. Rival Miami on that maybe after this week?
And this kind of coming on the heels, I want to throw this in. I don't know if we're going to talk too much about this game, but I do want to throw in my upset pick of the week for all you out there looking for a dog. Go with the dogs. The dogs in Washington. UW is going to pick off the Buckeyes.
Wow.
Number one goes down. Oregon's going to jump up.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, Buckeyes are
Washington
losing.
Huskies, huh?
They have a 22-game home win streak there in Seattle, and it is going to be raucous. And I do feel
people aren't thinking much about. They're not talking much about them.
No, I think Julian Sand is going to have a hard time on the road. Road start. Tough environment. They'll be partying 3:30 game. It'll be loud. It'll be shaking Seattle. And I tell you what, I think
first house environment, right? I mean, it's going to be hard.
I think the Huskies are going to come out of this. So you heard it here first.
Wow.
So
before we get to picks, Joey's already throwing out the upset. Little sneak peek, guys.
Sneak peek.
I like that. Yeah. Then we got Alabama, Georgia, which is another big one. I think until you beat Georgia, Georgia's the team to beat in the SEC. Can Alabama? They had that bad first game. They've played really well since versus teams that aren't very good, but they seem like to bounce back. But it's at Georgia. Most of the time when Georgia plays Alabama, it's at Alabama or it's a neutral site. So this is a big game for Kirby.
This is a big game for Kirby.
For both coaches,
Kirby
really.
is 1-6 against the Crimson Tide. 1-6. Can you believe that with how good Georgia's been the past decade or so, he's 1-6.
Nick Saban does that to people.
Nick Saban has owned him. But Nick Saban is not there.
He's not there.
And I do think Alabama is almost fight or flight mode right now. After losing that opener against Florida State, they really have very little wiggle room to lose anymore.
I mean, this would be great. If DeBoer wins this game, that would be awesome for him. For
sure
his
would.
stability and his fan base and those boosters. But it's gonna be a tough game.
If I were to tell you that nobody's really talking about Alabama and the SEC, you'd think I'm crazy. But realistically, everybody's looking at Georgia. Everybody's looking at LSU. Nobody's talking about Alabama. Alabama is still Alabama. They still have some dudes.
Still got some dogs
they got
there
some
for
dudes
sure.
on that team. So Bama will play them hard and
some leaders and dogs out there.
Yeah, the leaders and the dogs. Hey, we're gonna pick that one later. I'm gonna leave you hanging in suspense.
Yes, we'll get that to the. We're gonna talk about it. So, other one is LSU and Ole Miss. I feel like both of the LSU looked great in the beginning, but now their win versus Clemson doesn't look as good, really, because Clemson's going down.
Who do you think Kiffin's daughter's cheering for? You know she's dating the linebacker on LSU.
I did not know that.
Yeah, she's dating Whit Weeks.
That's some good research right here about my man here.
It's like I might envy Whit Weeks a little bit. Lane Kiffin, what are you doing, man? But hey, no, I think.
I wonder if she's giving some intel.
Yeah, she might be a little undercover.
Lane
spy.
better make sure he's got his stuff hidden locked up this week.
For the Rebs. You never know. No, I think LSU's got a good squad. I think Brian Kelly got pretty heated at his last press conference. Got questioned on his running game. And, for all rights and purposes, that running game really hasn't showed a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Clemson. That win against Clemson doesn't seem as strong right
so
now.
good. I feel like their defense is the best in the country right now. I think their defense is nasty. That secondary seems really good.
Sure.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll pick that in a little bit here too, but I just don't know much about Ole Miss. I feel like they've just kind of skated by in some of those bigger games. So we'll see but it is at Ole Miss.
What about the old IU Hoosiers going into the Hawkeyes, Kinnick Stadium, man? It's a tough
Iowa
place
always finds a way to upset people.
They've done it to Michigan.
At their place,
They've
yes,
done it
numerous
times.
I think they might have done it to Ohio State one year. They always find a way. I feel like I am a believer in Mr. Google Man right now, Cincinnati and IU. So, I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards that way right now. So
I'm going opposite. I'm going upset. I do like
I'm not surprised on that
I like
right
the
there.
Hawkeyes. I think the Hawkeyes at Kinnick. I think IU coming off that big win might be flying a little too high, kind of patting themselves on the back a little too much. I think everybody's kind of drinking that holy water that the Church of Signetti's putting out there, but I am not sold on IU, and I do think IU's meet is coming up with Oregon here in a couple.
We're gonna learn a lot about them coming up.
Yes, and I do think they might be overlooking Iowa. Iowa is a pretty good squad that can score some points. And when's the last time you'd hear
offense? What? Did you just say offense for Iowa?
Iowa has some offense, so look out. I mean, they don't have IU type points, but I tell you what, their defense is hard hitting. I don't think IU has seen a defense like Iowa. I think Illinois was a little bit overhyped last week. I think Iowa is going to pose more of a threat to IU than Illinois did, and Mendoza was hot last week. I can't see him staying hot. Somebody's going to lock him down.
Yeah.
So
our first pick, I guess, Joey's got Iowa.
I do got the Hawkeyes.
I got the Hoosiers. Maybe they made it look bad last week,
All
so
right.
I'm going to hopefully...
Got a little split on that one.
I'm going to go with IU because I'm hoping that they give me a little love after I broke their heart last week.
Yeah, I called this one earlier, and I'll see if Evan wants to pick it. I'm going with the Huskies. I'm going with the Washington Huskies over the Ohio State Buckeyes. Number one goes down.
All right, so OSU's going down this week is what my main man Joey says. I tell you what, you can't keep picking too many games against Joey because we know his track record with wins. So I'm going to go with him at home, Washington.
We both got the Buckeyes.
It's hard to pick the Buckeyes anyways. So let's go Huskies. All right? I might even buy a Husky if the Huskies win. Don't tell my wife that, please.
All right. A couple games that are kind of under the radar. We'll just skim through them real quick. They're not really official picks for you, but I do think USC is going to go in and take care of Illinois. I think Illinois is going to lose 2
There's a lot of talk about USC right now. I think Matt Leiner's pretty excited about him. I think a lot of that fan base, this is a big game for them to win.
They're going to be facing the Wolverines here in a couple weeks, undefeated.
And it's always hard, USC, they play that late I don't know if they've even played that Michigan State game yet. It started so late.
Yeah.
And then this week they're playing earlier, so it's going to be kind of. And then you're coming this
They got
way.
the big noon
time
noon
change,
out
so
in
it's the
Illinois,
noon. So that's
that's
really
a
for them. It's
9
like 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock game. Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot for USC, but I'm with you. I think USC is going to win.
A&M, Auburn going into Texas A&M. A&M had an off week last week after that huge win up at Notre Dame.
Auburn had the heartbreaker, really.
I do think A&M's riding high. I think Auburn is better than people think, and it wouldn't shock me if Auburn pulls off the upset. But I am going to take A&M in this one.
Not our official picks, but yeah, I think A&M's going to win as well. I think at home, but
of local interest. You can book this one official if you want. I'm going the Arkansas Razorbacks over the Fighting Irish. I think Notre Dame's season will officially come to an end this weekend, 12 o'clock. Book it. Notre Dame's losing. Arkansas, their quarterback is a lot better than people think, and they throw the ball well, and Notre Dame's secondary is their weakness, and I think Arkansas will take advantage of it, and I do think they will beat Notre Dame and beat them probably by 14 or more. I think it's going to be big. Yeah.
Man, Joey's out going all in. He's putting all the poker chips in the middle.
It's big. I've seen
Arkansas
a couple weeks of a lot of
Razorbacks.
these teams, and I feel confident about my picks.
The only thing I'm worried about with Arkansas is they've had some heartbreakers. So how is their mental toughness coming back after that loss last week versus Memphis, who's not? Memphis in the A, what are they, the A10 or whatever?
Yes.
I mean, they are kind of looking at maybe one of those playoff spots, but man, they've lost 2 heartbreakers. I'm going to go with Irish.
And he's going in D. Okay.
And luckily, this is an official pick, by the way. So if I do mess this up, Joey can't get one on me.
All right, we'll go official picks.
So we're going to pick Oregon, Penn State, Alabama, Georgia, and LSU, and Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think we both kind of tipped our hand on the Oregon, Penn State. I'm going Ducks in this one, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be close. I think Dan Lanning will put up some points on Penn State. I think Drew Aller is going to struggle, even in a home environment. I do think their running game is strong, but I think Oregon's defense is tough. I think Oregon's going to win big.
Watch out. Go Nittany Lions.
Oh, he's going.
I'm bringing it. Here we go. The whiteout. I did the okey doke.
He's going.
I wasn't ready for that one. He thought I was picking.
James Franklin.
He did.
He's going to choke.
Big game James.
Big game
right?
James going to choke.
I don't think those 2 words go together. But maybe after this game, hey, I'm all in on this week. I'm thinking Penn State. Maybe they're going to finally find a way to overcome. Because I don't think they're going to beat Ohio State. So maybe this is the game they got to win. So I'm with them. So Alabama, Georgia. I'm going to go with the Bulldogs. I think Georgia at home. I just think they're too much. They're a team to beat. I don't think Alabama's going to get it done.
I think Kirby's going to get his revenge. I do think Georgia's going to win this one as well, but I do think it's going to be very close. I think Alabama's going to be in this game late. Maybe Georgia by a field goal, but I do think the Dogs will end up winning.
They just find a way to win games at the end. Just like Tennessee, they probably shouldn't have won that, but they found a way. Georgia Tech last year, I feel like that team's just built to win, and he's that coach, and Saban used to be better than him at that, but I think he's better at DeBoer than that, so I think he's going to win it.
I agree.
LSU and Ole Miss, I am going to go with the Tigers. I think the Tigers are going to beat Ole Miss at Ole Miss. I'm not very impressed with Ole Miss, so the Tigers by 14, my friend.
Going big LSU.
Yeah,
I tell you what, Brian Kelly's got a lot to prove in this game. LSU's coming in with Nussmeier and all that hype being at Heisman, going into Ole Miss. Enemy territory. LSU's proven they can do it on the road, but will not get it done this week.
Man,
running Rebs.
The running Rebs. So we got a lot of differences this week.
We do. I want them Buffs.
We both. He's got Oregon, and I got Penn State. We both got Georgia. He's got Ole Miss. I got LSU, and then I got IU, and you got Iowa, and then we both have Washington. So we'll see how those pick out. I think next week, after this big week, we'll probably rank some of our power ranking, maybe our top 5 teams that we feel are the best in college football, because I feel like we'll learn a lot more after this week. Because as you know what Joe would say about polls.
Polls are irrelevant until November.
Exactly.
Irrelevant until November.
A lot of truth here, a lot of truth. Listen to my man here.
We're going to switch over to some NFL just very quickly here. Going to go through
a couple games here.
Just a couple games. I know kind of big news coming out this week. Russell Wilson got benched for the New York Giants. Jackson Dart's going to take over that team the rest of the year. I do see Russell Wilson either getting traded to a contender or possibly retiring.
He just jumps around all over the place lately.
I think
poor guy.
I think he's kind of done. The writing's on the wall, which he's had a fantastic career, Super Bowl champion.
It's unfortunate because I feel like it would have been great for Jason Dart probably to sit longer, but at this point,
Jackson Dart.
Jackson, Jason. You know, they're pretty similar. Start with a J, don't they? So Mr. Dart we'll go with versus Mr. Russell. They probably would have loved to sit him a little longer, but they don't get to.
No,
when you're 0-3, I mean, what's the point?
No, and I do think he's going to be fine. I watched them against the Chiefs on Sunday night. You know, the Giants have some pretty good offensive, defensive lines. Dart's going to be okay. He's going to win some games for him. So.
And last night we saw Seattle beat Arizona, and Mr. Harrison Jr., the Buckeye, he kind of caused 2 interceptions. You know that first interception where he didn't run through the ball? You know what that reminded me of? The interception when Rob Moore intercepted it. He also led up on that.
On the play,
and that was called game. So you got to go in on that. He did have a great touchdown at the end, but he's seemed like he's had the drop. So I do hope Harrison can turn it around.
Yeah, I do think him and Kyler Murray might be a little bit on the wrong page.
Yeah.
No communication there. They got to kind of work that out or make changes. You know, it's tough when you waste the number 4 pick on the wide receiver. Great pick. Great. He's got the lineage. He's got the last name, you know, all that. But still, if he doesn't work for your team, he doesn't work. So, but we'll see. I mean, there's a big season left to go.
Yeah, he's still turning around. I think he's just a little focused here. So some, obviously, we got the Vikings and Steelers in Ireland. Necessarily, probably aren't going to pick that game, but it is over in Ireland.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. No, the NFL's taking their game overseas. I know they've gone to Mexico. They've gone to Sao Paulo. Now they're taking it to Dublin. So it's interesting to see how Roger Goodell and the NFL are just expanding the league, expanding the game. I mean, it's just pretty soon. I mean,
let's pick that one. Who you got over there now? No, we got. They're both 2-1.
You know,
Vikings got the backup quarterback.
The way
Wentz.
the Vikings looked last week, it's pretty tough to go against them.
Yeah.
But then you got the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. But I like the Vikes, man. I think
is TJ Watt out?
You know, I don't know.
I can't remember. I thought they had some injury on defense. No. But so you're gonna go with who?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. He's going with the Vikes. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go against my man here. I'm gonna go with the Steelers here. I feel like it's a toss-up here. I'm not really sure about either team, to tell you the truth. Can Carson Wentz continue? The defense played great, but let's go with the Steelers.
We're going to go some quick picks here. We got Eagles, Bucs. Who you got?
Wow, 2 undefeated teams.
2 undefeateds.
Joey's quarterback. Big
Baker, touchdown maker.
See? I mean, when he says it like that, I'm going Bucs. You got to go Bucs.
I'm going my man Baker. He's going to get it done. You're going to beat the Eagles for the first time of the year.
There we go. Down go the Eagles. The Browns at the Lions. Lions coming off that big Monday night game. Hopefully they don't have a letdown.
Good. They looked good.
The Browns, somehow they pulled off the upset. I don't think the Browns go into Lions Stadium and win. I got the Lions.
The Lions are going to defend the den, man. I tell you, Ford Field's going to be rocking. I think the Lions are playing well. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That defense got a little banged up in that Ravens game, but I think they'll be okay for Cleveland. I think the Lions are going to win that one.
We got we got Colts undefeated. It's probably the surprise of the year so far. Early surprise. We got a lot of season left versus the Rams. We had a heartbreaking loss last week. I think Colts get their first loss this week. I'm going with the Rams.
I do too. No, I think L.A. at home, Matthew Stafford, they probably should have won last week. So it should be an undefeated Rams team. Colts have had a heck of a year and are playing great football.
They got a great run game.
Yeah, but I truly see the Rams winning this game.
With the Ravens, Chiefs. This is a big one. They're both 1-2.
Loser goes 1-3.
That's really tough. Ooh. I feel like there's more. I feel like the Chiefs need this more than the Ravens, only because the Ravens conference has a few. They're closer together in losses. When it comes to the AFC West, the Chargers are right now running away with it. You don't want to let those teams get too far away. So I think it's at the Chiefs. This is a toss-up game for me, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs at home. Worthy's going to be back, so that helps. I think I know what he's going to pick. Can you tell already?
Do I ever go KC? You know Baltimore's bouncing back.
How Taylor Swift's there, though? That could be the difference. You know?
Well,
didn't T Swift call you to sit in the box with her this weekend?
She does have the new album coming out here October 3rd. They got the whole channel. Taylor, Sirius XM Channel 13, been listening to it. You got to listen to T Swift. But no, I think Lamar, I think they bounce back. I think the Ravens, the Chiefs are struggling. And I don't know where.
Can that O-line hold up on that defense?
They look old, and I say that in all honesty. I know I don't like the Chiefs, but I mean, from a neutral,
they got problems. They do.
Yeah, I mean, they look old, and I do think Baltimore. Yeah. I think Derrick Henry has to bounce back, have a monster game, and hold on to the football, not fumble. And
3 games in a row, he never fumbles. That guy never does.
So Packers Cowboys, the Micah Parsons Bowl.
Yes,
Micah going into Big D.
That's a big one. I think that's all the talk this week with Parsons going back to Cowboys. I think Cowboys are a hot mess. So I'm gonna last pick of this NFL segment is I'm going with the Packers.
I'm going Pack.
I don't like either team, but hey, I'm gonna go Pack.
I'm going Big D. I'm going Dallas. I think the Cowboys without CeeDee Lamb will beat the Packers. I think.
How about those Cowboys?
How about them
That's
Cowboys?
What he's thinking.
I think that Micah Parsons is going to drive Jerry Jones. It's going to drive Dak Prescott to have a huge game for the Cowboys. I do think Dallas, they actually need this win.
They do.
Bad. So
if they don't win this, their back's against the wall right here.
So no, I think the Cowboys are going to win. It's a Sunday nighter. They got all eyes on them. They love the spotlight. So Big D with the upset, I think.
Yep.
All right, I do want to talk about, before we take off here, we got the Major League Baseball players. As you can see, I got my Detroit Tigers.
They're on life support. They got a win last night.
They are tied with the Cleveland Guardians with 3 games left for the division lead. We got the Astros 1 game back of us.
Yes.
We're playing the Boston Red Sox, who are also hanging on to a wild card spot. They're 1 game up on us. 3 games remaining. It is neck and neck.
It's a big game for the Red Sox and Tigers.
This is a huge series. It's
because the Astros have the Angels.
Yes. So the Astros, for all rights and purposes, should sweep the Angels. And I tell you what, man, the Detroit-Boston loser is probably not going to make it. Or if one team sweeps specifically. So I feel if Detroit wins 2 out of 3, I feel comfortable.
Yep.
But boy, it is.
If you want the Tigers to get in, cheer for the Angels and let's go Tigers. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3
Tigers.
gets us in.
Come on. You're killing me here. You had that huge lead all year long.
Who do the Guardians play? You remember?
I don't know. Kansas City.
Yes, so go Royals. I got family from Kansas City.
I would like
Come on, Royals, baby. Come on.
I'd like to see the Sox in. I have nothing against the Red Sox, but boy, come on, Tigers. I want the Tigers in. On the National League, boy, the Cubbies they're kind of sputtering into the playoffs. They are in. They are going to host the wild card game next week. We do not know who that last wild card is going to be. It's between the Mets, the Reds, and the Diamondbacks. They're all fighting for that third spot. I know the Padres got in last night. The Dodgers clinched the division last night. The Phillies won their division, and the Brewers won their division as well. So in the American League, we got the Blue Jays in, the Yankees in, and the Mariners have all clinched.
Yeah.
So yes.
Mariners, man. That's exciting for the Mariners.
It's really all about Detroit at this point. I got my Friday classic Detroit City Connect hat on for you tonight. Come on, Tigers.
Different hat if you didn't know.
You got to do it for me. You got to do it tonight.
Yes, please, Tigers. Come on.
All right. So, hey, that was our show for today. We're going to join you on Monday with the results of this week.
And please subscribe. On YouTube.
Yes.
Let's get the word out. Share for us.
Yep. Let everybody know about our podcast, Wins and Losses with Winkler and Lacapo here. So we'll see you Monday with all the results and our picks and our records. Who's going to wear the buffs this week? I got a lot of upsets on there, so we'll see. All right, we'll see you Monday, and as always, go blue.
Go blue.